And think, did they even get a shipment today? Yeah, it's not just you. In 2025, some pistols are selling faster than ammo during a panic buy. We're talking about guns that fly off the racks before the clerk even unboxes them. And no, this ain't just another list with the same 3 Glocks everybody already owns. We're diving into 13 red-hot pistols that are dominating the American market right now. From pocket-sized boomsticks to full-size beasts with optics and comps, these are the handguns everyone wants their hands on. I've got my picks, my gripes, and maybe a little shade to throw. So, whether you're buying your first heater or adding to your tactical collection, this list is for you. Lock in, because this is what's actually selling fast in America right now. All right, kicking things off at number 13. We've got a revolver that's got more bark, more bite, and more cowboy swagger than most folks can handle. The Ruger Super Blackhawk 44 Magnum. If you thought the wheel gun was dead, think again. This beast is still flying off shelves in 2025, and it's not just because Dirty Harry made it look cool. This is the go-to big-bore revolver for anyone who wants power, precision, and a little Wild West flair in their arsenal. Chambered in 44 Magnum, this thing means business. You can also feed it 44 Special if you're not trying to rattle your bones every time you squeeze the trigger. Either way, the 10.5-inch cold hammer-forged barrel gives you serious velocity and frighteningly good accuracy. We're talking about a revolver that could drop a bore, ring steel at 100 yards, and still put a grin on your face at the range. The stainless steel construction isn't just for looks. It's rugged, durable, and has that timeless revolver presence. At 55 ounces, this ain't no concealed carry piece, but that hefty weight soaks up recoil like a sponge, making even Magnum loads feel manageable. And let's talk features. Transfer bar safety, loading gate interlock, and adjustable rear sights that let you tune it just right for your ammo. What makes this gun sell fast isn't just nostalgia, it's the fact that it flat out performs. Whether you're a hunter, a collector, or someone who just wants to show off at the range, the Super Blackhawk is a statement piece. At around $850, it's not cheap, but it's built to last for generations. This is the gun you buy once and pass down with pride. At number 12, we've got a pistol that's been creeping up on the big boys and is now finally getting its flowers, the CZ P10C. For a long time, folks treated it like that underrated cousin of the Glock 19. But here in 2025, this bad boy is carving out its own serious fan base, and once you shoot it, you get why. The P10C is a compact striker-fired 9mm, weighing in at just 740 grams, and it packs a punch with a 15-round mag. The frame is made from fiberglass reinforced polymer, which keeps it light but tough as nails. The build quality is what CZ is known for: tight tolerances, smooth slide action, and zero rattles. But the real magic here? That trigger. The Safe Fast Action system has one of the cleanest brakes and shortest resets in its class. Seriously, the reset alone makes it feel like you're running a tuned-up custom gun. If you like running drills fast and accurate, this thing won't hold you back. The luminescent iron sights are a nice touch too. No batteries, no fuss, just clean visibility in low light. And the ergonomics? Classic CZ. This pistol points so naturally you'd think your hands were molded around it at birth. And then there's the price, around $400. That's not just good, it's borderline ridiculous. You're getting serious performance at a budget-tier price, and that's why the P10C is flying off the shelves. Whether you're a new shooter who wants a solid first gun, or a vet looking for a reliable carrier training piece without breaking the bank, the P10C is a smart play. Sliding into number 11 is a pistol that screams precision and performance, the HK VP9 Match. This isn't your average polymer striker fired gun. This is H&K's flex on what happens when German engineering meets competitive shooting. And judging by how fast it's selling in 2025, shooters are loving what they're seeing and feeling. The standard VP9 is already a solid platform, but the match version turns it up to 11. You get an extra-long 5.5-inch barrel with an O-ring bushing for tighter lockup and repeatable accuracy, shot after shot. Translation? Your groups get tighter, your confidence goes up, and your competition better be ready. The Optics Ready slide is milled for red dots right out of the box, and H&K doesn't cheap out here. Fitment is solid, no weird adapter plates or off-center mounting. The 20-round extended mags are what make this a range and competition favorite. When seconds count and reloads kill momentum, this thing lets you keep sending rounds downrange without missing a beat. H&K's grip texture and interchangeable panels mold into your hand like it was tailor-made. And that 5.4-pound trigger is crisp, predictable, and just smooth enough to keep things snappy without sacrificing control. At $750, it's sitting in that sweet spot between premium production and the entry level of custom work. It's not your grandpa's range gun. It's made for the serious shooter who doesn't want to dive into the four-figure territory, but still wants top-shelf performance. Cracking into the top 10 is an old-school legend that's still earning new fans every year, the CZ75 Compact. This isn't just a nod to the past. This is proof that a properly built metal-framed pistol can still hang with the polymer crowd, and in a lot of cases, outperform it. Right off the bat, the aluminum alloy frame gives this compact beast a rock-solid feel without turning it into a boat anchor. It tips the scales at around 800 grams, which keeps it shootable without being obnoxiously heavy for carry. CZ nailed the ergonomics. Again, the grip contours and natural point of aim on the 75 are borderline witchcraft. If you've ever wrapped your hands around one, you know what I mean. It just feels right. Now, let's talk about that single-action, double-action trigger. The DA pull is smooth as butter, and the SA brake is crisp at just 20 newtons. It's not a race gun trigger, but for a defensive or carry piece, it's money. You can safely carry it hammer down, or cocked and locked depending on your flavor. Add in 15-round capacity, rubber grips, and luminescent sights, and you've got yourself a workhorse that's still refined. CZ's tight tolerances and quality control make this thing shoot like a much more expensive pistol. At around $800, it's not bargain bin priced, but you're paying for craftsmanship and heritage. This is the kind of gun that feels like an investment, because it is. If you're tired of striker-fired everything and want something that delivers shootability, history, and mechanical beauty, the CZ75 Compact will not disappoint. All right, you knew this one was coming. At number 9, it's the legendary Glock 19, the peanut butter and jelly of the handgun world. It's not the newest, not the flashiest, but if we're talking about raw popularity and proven performance, the G19 still runs the game in a big way. It's not too big, not too small. The Glock 19 hits that Goldilocks zone with a 15-round magazine, 4-inch barrel, and a weight of just 670 grams unloaded. That sweet middle ground makes it ideal for duty carry, home defense, or concealed carry. And there's not a gun shop in America that doesn't have someone asking for one by name. What sets it apart isn't fancy features, it's simplicity and reliability. The Safe Action trigger system with its 3 passive safeties just works. The thing runs dirty, eats any ammo you feed it, and field strips faster than most people can tie their shoes. Glock triggers aren't winning any awards, but they're consistent, and that consistency counts. Plus, the aftermarket support for Glocks is so huge, you can turn a stock 19 into a Gucci gun in a weekend if you've got the budget. At around $600, the Glock 19 is the benchmark, reliable, consistent, and trusted by professionals and civilians alike. It may not turn heads, but it earns respect where it counts. Whether you're a brand new buyer or a salty vet with safes full of steel, the Glock 19 always has a place in the lineup. And that's exactly why it's still one of the fastest sellers in the country. At number 8, we've got the micro-compact monster that flipped the concealed carry market upside down, the Sig Sauer P365 series. When this thing dropped, it was like watching the compact class get completely rewritten overnight. Suddenly, 6 or 7 rounds wasn't cutting it anymore. The P365 gave us 10+1 capacity in a pistol small enough to disappear in a waistband. And that's just the starting point. Now in 2025, it's not just the OG P365 selling fast, it's the whole lineup. The P365X, XL, and especially the AXG Legion variant. SIG gave buyers options. Want a longer slide? Go XL. Want a metal frame with premium recoil control? That's the AXG Legion, baby. And with 12, 15, and even 17-round mags available, the firepower this thing delivers in such a slim profile is ridiculous. The trigger is solid, nothing extravagant, but it does exactly what it needs to. The X-Ray 3-day night sights are made of steel and stay clear even when things get tense. It's also optics ready on many variants with a built-in micro-red dot cut, no milling required. What really sets it apart is modularity. The fire control unit is the serialized part, so you can swap out slides, grips, whatever you want. Build it how you like it. No need to buy a whole new gun. It's basically Lego for grown-ups, only this one kicks and glows in the dark. At around $590 for the AXG Legion and less for base models, the P365 series continues to dominate sales for one simple reason. It's small, powerful, reliable, and customizable as hell. Whether you're a minimalist or a gear junkie, there's a P365 setup with your name on it. Number 7 is where we throw price tags out the window and talk about raw value. The Taurus G3C is the working man's carry gun, the one that punches way above its price tag and has forced a lot of big-name brands to step up or get left behind. This thing goes for about $240, and it's not junk. It's a compact 9mm with a 12+1 capacity, a solid single-action trigger with restrike capability, and a frame that feels like it belongs in a higher tier. That restrike function is rare at this price. If you hit a hard primer, just pull the trigger again. No tap rack drama needed. The Tennifer finished slide is tough, corrosion-resistant, and looks sharp in matte black. Add in front and rear slide serrations, a manual safety, trigger safety, loaded chamber indicator, and this pistol is safety. Forward without slowing you down. Ergonomics? Surprisingly solid. The grip texture walks the line between traction and comfort, and the size hits that carry sweet spot. Not too thick, not too short. The 3.2-inch barrel gives you decent velocity for defense loads while keeping the gun compact enough for IWB carry. You get 3 magazines right out of the box. That's something even higher-end pistols skip. Whether you're a first-time buyer, budget-conscious, or just want a reliable truck gun, the G3C offers ridiculous performance per dollar. Taurus took their time refining this platform, and in 2025, it shows. You're not getting a gimmick. You're getting a real-deal carry pistol that just happens to be priced like it's on clearance every day. And that's why it keeps flying off shelves. If you're sleeping on Konik, you're missing out on one of the biggest value bombs in the handgun world. Taking the number 6 spot is the TP9SF Elite, a compact 9mm pistol that's been making serious waves among both budget-conscious shooters and performance junkies alike. $380. That's what you pay for a pistol that comes with 2 mags, a holster, a cleaning kit, and a trigger that puts guns twice the price to shame. This isn't cheap, it's affordable excellence. And yeah, there's a difference. The 4.07-inch barrel gives you great velocity, and the fiber-reinforced polymer frame keeps it durable and lightweight at just 28 ounces. It points naturally, shoots flat, and feels balanced in the hand. The interchangeable back straps make it adaptable to just about any grip size, and the Warren tactical fiber optic sights, fast, bright, and competition-ready right out the gate. Now let's talk trigger. The single-action only setup on this thing is crisp, like competition pistol crisp, with a clean break and a short audible reset. Konik even went the extra mile with nickel-plated fire control components to keep it smooth for thousands of rounds. This thing isn't just good for the money, it's good, period. Capacity ranges from 15 to 20 rounds, depending on the mags you run, and with front and rear slide serrations, a loaded chamber indicator, and a rock-solid slide finish, it's clearly built for real-world use. Cracking into the top 5, it's the Smith & Wesson M and P Shield Plus, and trust me, this one's been on fire since the day it dropped. The original Shield was already a legend in the concealed carry world, but capacity started to look weak once the P365 and Hellcat hit the scene. So Smith & Wesson went back to the lab, came back with the Shield Plus, and gave the people what they wanted. More rounds, better trigger, red dot compatibility, and no extra bulk. This slim single stack evolved into a micro-compact powerhouse. You're now getting 10+1 with the flush mag and 13+1 with the extended mag, all in a pistol that's just over 20 ounces unloaded. It disappears at appendix, rides easy all day, and still gives you a full grip when you need to get loud. The flat-face trigger is a night-and-day upgrade over the old hinged version. It's crisp, predictable, and short on reset, everything you want in a defensive pistol. And if you go with the Performance Center Edition, you're getting the real goodies: ported barrel, fiber optic sights, and an optics-ready slide cut for RMSC footprint red dots. This thing shoots fast and flat, and that's the difference in real-world defensive use. Less muzzle flip means tighter follow-ups and more confidence under pressure. And the grip texture? Just the right amount of bite, secure, but won't sandpaper your skin after a day of carry. At around $650, you're getting serious value here. It's duty-capable performance in a carry-sized package, and you don't need to mod a thing. Whether you're upgrading an old Shield or buying your first EDC gun, the Plus delivers in every category that matters. Sliding into number 4 is the Springfield Armory Hellcat Pro, or as I like to call it, the micro compact that grew up and started hitting the gym. This thing has been selling faster than bacon at a gun show, and it's not hard to see why. Springfield took the already successful Hellcat, stretched it out just enough, and gave it the power of a full-size pistol in a still concealable frame. You get a 3.7-inch hammer-forged barrel, 15+1 flush-fit capacity, and an optional 17-round extended mag, all in a pistol that's barely an inch wide and weighs just 21 ounces unloaded. It's slim, it's snag-free, and it disappears in appendix carry. But when it's time to run drills, it feels like a duty pistol. That's what we call a win-win. The slide is optic-ready with Springfield's micro footprint, so whether you're running a Hex Wasp or a Holosun 507K, it's ready to mount straight out of the box. Throw in a tritium front sight, U-notch rear, and you've got quick sight acquisition day or night, red dot or no red dot. The melanite-finished slide, dual captive recoil spring, and adaptive grip texture make this gun feel way more premium than its $600 street price suggests. And the accessory rail isn't some weird proprietary cut. It's a proper Picatinny, so your TLR-7 or Surefire fits like a glove. This is the carry gun for people who don't want to compromise on shootability or features. Springfield found the sweet spot between size and performance, and shooters across America are scooping them up like hotcakes. Coming in at number 3 is a gun that punches way above its weight class, literally. The Ruger LCP Max is the definition of small but mighty, and in 2025, it's still one of the fastest-selling carry guns in America. This thing is so small, it practically vanishes in your pocket. But unlike older mouse guns, the LCP Max packs real defensive firepower. Ruger took the original LCP, popular for being ultra-lightweight, and finally gave it what it needed. Real sights, a better trigger, and most importantly, 10+1 capacity in a flush-fit magazine. Oh, and if you want even more grip, there's a 12-round magazine available. That's serious capacity for a pistol that's smaller and lighter than most smartphones. We're talking 5.17 inches long, 4.12 inches tall, and a shocking 10.6 ounces unloaded. Whether it's a jacket pocket, an ankle rig, or deep IWB, this thing carries like a dream. And yet, it shoots like something way bigger. It uses Ruger's secure action system, so the hammer-fired trigger has a nice, smooth pull and a short reset, much better than you'd expect from something this small. The tritium front sight with a white outline, plus the U-notch drift-adjustable rear, makes it actually aimable, unlike the trench sights on the OG LCP. The slide is alloy steel with a black oxide finish, and the glass-filled nylon frame is tough without being abrasive. The texture is grippy but won't chew up your waistband. Add in a reversible mag release, functional slide stop, and solid controls overall, and Ruger really nailed the layout here. Best part? It usually sells for just under $400. For that price, it's a no-brainer for EDC, backup carry, or anyone who needs a super low-profile option that doesn't suck to shoot. Coming in at number 2 is a pistol that doesn't just sit in your safe, it owns it. The Wilson Combat SFX9 is what happens when you mix high-end 1911 DNA with modern carry sensibilities. This thing is art that goes bang, and in 2025, folks are scooping them up faster than limited-run sneakers. First off, let's talk materials. The SFX9 uses a T67075 aluminum frame, meaning it's light, strong, and damn near indestructible. It's a solid frame too, not modular like some of Wilson's other designs, giving it a rock-steady feel that polymer pistols just can't match. It weighs in at around 29 ounces, which is featherlight for a 1911-style pistol, but still enough mass to control recoil like a dream. Now that trigger? It's pure gold. A clean 3.5 to 4.5 pound pull, short reset, and glass rod brake. Combine that with the 5-inch bushing barrel, fluted chamber, and Wilson's legendary 1-inch accuracy guarantee at 25 yards, and you've got a pistol that shoots as good as it looks. You're working with 15+1 or 18+1 capacity, using custom EDC X9 magazines built in partnership with Mec-Gar. And reliability. Wilson's proprietary enhanced reliability system keeps this thing running in any condition, with any ammo, dirty or clean. The X-Tac tread pattern gives solid grip without tearing up your hands or your holster. The fiber optic front sight makes staying on target quick and instinctive. The slide finish is spotless, the fit is tight, and everything just feels dialed in. It'll run you about $3,250. But that's the cost of owning what might just be the best shooting pistol you'll ever put your hands on. It's not for everyone, but for those who want the very best, the SFX9 isn't a splurge. It's a statement. Taking the #1 spot, no surprises here, is the Sig Sauer P320 X5 Legion, the undisputed heavyweight champ of the striker-fired world. This is the pistol that everybody wants, from competition shooters to tactical operators to weekend warriors who just appreciate a gun that does everything right. It's not just selling fast, it's leading the pack. What makes this pistol so special? One word, TXG. SIG used a tungsten-infused polymer grip module, which gives it the heft of steel, 43.5 ounces, with the flex and comfort of polymer. That extra weight translates to 50% less muzzle rise, which means faster, flatter shooting every time you press that match-grade flat-face trigger. And speaking of that trigger, clean, crisp, and tuned to break like glass. The 5-inch bull barrel, solid steel guide rod, and 14-pound 1911-style recoil spring make this thing run like it's on rails. SIG even throws in a 12-pound spring if you want to fine-tune for your ammo or shooting style. It comes optic-ready out of the box with the Romeo 1 Pro footprint, plus Dawson Precision adjustable sights that are built for serious accuracy. 3 17-round steel mags come standard, each with Henning aluminum base pads for faster reloads and better durability. And yes, it includes a removable magwell and grip weight, so you can tweak it for USPSA, IDPA, or whatever game you play. All of this for around $1,050? That's absurd value for what you're getting. You could easily spend twice that trying to build a comparable gun from parts. Instead, SIG just gives it to you, factory fresh, range ready, and competition capable. If you're serious about performance and want a pistol that feels like it's reading your mind when you shoot, the P320 X5 Legion is the new standard, and that's why it's #1. And there you have it, 13 of the fastest-selling pistols in America right now. From pocket-sized powerhouses to high-end tack drivers, these guns are moving because they work. They hit the sweet spots: performance, price, capacity, and cool factor. Whether you're building out your rotation or just window shopping for the next piece, this list shows